See, up till now what we have done is the biasing circuitry we have defined a circuit which takes care of a Q point, which determines the Q point, at the same time which fix the Q point, at middle, and the third one is which can take care of its stability. That means even with changes in operating conditions, the Q point should not shift. Okay. So what is the final circuit we are going for? That is nothing but voltage divider biasing. This is the most important circuit in the design. So circuit is like this one now. Just you draw it. Here you have the supply voltage. So what is this voltage is there? This voltage is base to image voltage. So its specification is VBE. And this voltage is collector to image. Then you have the different currents. Here you can have say IC, here I can write I. But these currents I can write as I1, say this is I2, this is say I2. So what do we expect from the circuit? If it is a biasing circuit, this circuit should give two values, VCEQ and ICQ. Okay, so for this one, we'll just use a different method. Already you have studied Thevenin's theorem. Is it not? So if I place say point X here, okay, to the left of X I will Theveninize the circuit. So what I will do is, what if this circuit is there, this portion is there, this I will take it as a load. The transistor along with these two resistances, I will take it as a load and I will draw equivalent circuit here. Are you getting this? So what is the Thevenin's equivalent circuit? VTH in series with RTH. And what are the load is there? Finally I have to reconnect the load. The portion that I have removed, that I have to connect at the end. So here you have the VCC. Here RC, RE. Right. Now tell me the value of VTH. So VTH is open circuit voltage. So when you remove this one, so what is the voltage is there? That voltage is nothing but VTH. कितना voltage होगा? ये break करना है. So this voltage is R2 is divided by R1 plus R2 into VCC. सर्किट ऐसे ही आएगा सिर्फ यहाँ पे VCC, so this is R1 and R2. So I am asking this voltage with respect to ground, voltage divider. So R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into VCC. And what about the RTH? It is Thevenin's equivalent resistance. Okay, by removing the sources. So whatever this battery is there, this battery should be removed. You have to measure the resistance in this direction. So this point is common, these 2 points are common. That means RTH is nothing but R1 parallel R1. Are you getting this? So what we need? Q point values. That means how to calculate ICQ and VCEQ. So this current is IB. This current is IC. IE. This is nothing but IC plus IB. Now what is IC then? In terms of IB, beta DC IB plus IB. That means this current is equal to 1 plus beta DC into. Okay, so this is the value of current that is flowing through RE. Now if you apply KVL to this loop, what is the KVL? VTH is equal to RTH into IB, this drop, plus this drop, plus VB, plus this drop. So this drop is 1 plus beta DC IB into. Are you getting this one? So if you solve this equation for IB, so just with few mathematical steps, you can calculate the equation for IB. And that IB, if you multiply with beta DC, so what you have to do? This equation you have to simplify for IB, then multiply IB with beta DC, you will get IC. So this IC is your ICQ. Any value you calculate for DC conditions that are treated as Q values, quiescent values. Okay, that means to find out ICQ, you have to apply KVL on input side. Now if I apply KVL on this side, what equation I am getting now? How to start with? यहाँ पे करने कितना है IC? So VCC, yes, that is equal to IC RC plus this drop. So this drop is VC plus this drop. So this current is IE into. If you recall the transistor basics, your RE and IC are approximately equal. That means if you use that when RE approximately equal to IC, then your equation is IC in bracket RC plus RE plus VC. So this is what this is. Or finally, if you calculate VCE, this is equal to VCC minus IC into bracket. This is some another equation. So again we have calculated this for DC condition. So you have VCEQ. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is whatever the circuitry we have drawn, this circuitry provides two values ICQ and VCEQ. So it is a biasing circuit. Now the next point that we have to cover is whether the circuitry provides the stability. Stability के लिए what is essential? For the change in temperature, your IC should remains a constant. Are you getting this one? So just go to the process now. If whether you have finished after this one, if there is change in temperature, suppose your temperature increases. If your temperature increases, corresponding ICO increases, corresponding IC increases. Okay, so because of that, this drop also increases. Because IE is approximately equal to IC. If IC increases, means this current increases and this drop increases. So just focus here only. So what is this? What is this drop? Drop across R2 by using voltage divider rule. If I write it to be say VR2, ये कितना आएगा? R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into VCC. Right? This drop is equal to, this drop is VBE plus VRE. Are you ready? If you solve for VBE, this is nothing but VR2 minus VI. Now focus here. VR2? You can see on this side. VR2 is nothing but R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into VCC. That means this term is constant. VR2 is a constant. Oh, sorry. Right. This VR2 is constant. What about VRE? VRE can, that is a drop across RE. So VRE is nothing but RE into current flowing through it. Or it is IC. Because I is approximately equal to. Conclusion is, if there is increase in temperature, this term is increasing. So what about the overall term? The constant is there. If this term increases, it means that whatever VBE is there, that is decreasing. If VBE decreases, IB decreases. If IB decreases, corresponding IC decreases. Is there compensation? See, यहाँ पे क्या हुआ था? With increase in temperature, IC increases. But because of this process, you are maintaining IC constant. How IC is constant? You are lowering the value of EB. If the forward voltage between base and emitter gets reduced, base current gets reduced. And if the base current gets reduced, corresponding collector current gets reduced. Okay, that means as far as variation in collector current is there, that variation gets compensated by adjusting the drop across RE. That's why the stability of this circuitry is on a higher side. Are you getting this one? So that's why this circuit is most useful circuit as far as the design of amplifier circuit is concerned. Okay, so next we have to go for S equation. Now if you take this equation, what is the equation we have derived for IB? What we have to do simply? Differentiate this with respect to IC and place in this equation. What is the equation we have already derived? 1 plus VRDC divided by 1 minus VRDC into VIB by DIC. So you will do this calculation afterwards. If you place this value, if you calculate the value of S, that S comes to be 1 plus RTH by I. Okay, so this equation you have to remember. 1 plus RTH by I. This is the design equation. Okay. Now whatever that Q point is there, actually I have to locate the Q point. What is Q point? A point which gives two values. I am repeating frequently. VCEQ and ICQ. Now this point I have to locate on the characteristic. So for that one, we have to refer the output characteristic of a transistor. Okay. So what is that? Output characteristic? It is a graph of output current versus output voltage for various values of input current. That means whatever your characteristic is there, that characteristic is like this. Now pay proper attention, you will get answers to various questions. So this is your IC. This is VCE. Okay, so near to this y-axis, you have one region, that is the saturation region. Near to x-axis, you have another region, that is the ground region. And in between this, you have the active region. So whatever your curves are there, curves are like this one. These are the various curves for input current. So in that case, your input current is 0 there. Here, let's say IB1, IB2, IB3 and so on. If you just mark the region, this is your saturation. This is cutoff. Now what this region is there? यहाँ से here. So this is your active region. Now what I have to do is, I have to fix the Q point. My main target is a Q point. Try to get this one. Once you fix the Q point, your 80% design will be over. Because Q point is determined from all the components. Only few components are remaining. Only 3 components are to be calculated afterwards. Here one capacitor, here another capacitor, and here one more capacitor. If you calculate those 3 capacitors, your design will be over. So where exactly should be the Q point? First I have to answer. And to answer this one, I have to recall important specification, that is the power dissipation. So what is power dissipation? PD. So this PD max value you can read from data sheet. Just read the device number, say BC147547 like that. Corresponding to that, read the power dissipation and draw a power dissipation curve. What you have to do? You have to draw a power dissipation curve. And for drawing that curve, just use the basic formula. Power is equal to V into R. So V is nothing but VCE, I is nothing but IC. So this value is given. You have read from the data sheet. These two values are unknown. So what I will do is, I will assume either voltage or either current. Suppose if I am assuming this to be 1 volt, 2 volt, 4 volt like that. This is known, these values are given. That means I can determine the value of IC. Are you getting this one? That means you have a set of IC and VC. Now that set you can use to plot the curve. So what should be, how should be the nature of the curve? If your voltage gets increased, this term is constant. That means current is decreasing. This is not. If the one term is increasing, other term is decreasing. So whatever the nature is there, that nature is like this one. Okay, so it's very easy to draw this curve. सिर्फ क्या करना है यहाँ पे? Read this power dissipation, assume voltages, calculate the current, or vice versa. Assume current, calculate the voltage, and then plot those points. So what is the curve is there? This curve is nothing but a PD curve, power dissipation curve. Now what is its significance? What is the significance? If by mistake, if your Q point comes here, that means you have designed the biasing circuitry such that the ICQ value say this one and VCQ value say this one. Okay? Suppose this is VCEQ value, this is say ICQ value. ये कहाँ से मिलेगा वैल्यू तुमको? From the circuit. Already you have designed the circuit. If I use the equations, I will get the two values. And if these two values results to Q point here, will it be okay? Because corresponding to this position, if you take the product of ICQ and VCQ, that product exceeds PD max, obviously, because your curve is here. So Q point on this side, anywhere, definitely burn your device. Because what is the PD rating is there, that PD rating is on higher side. That's why one can name this as a danger zone. You have to avoid entire zone there. But if your Q point comes to be say here or anywhere, as far as that dissipation is there, the actual PD is much less than a maximum PD. That means you can work. So one condition while fixing the Q point is Q point must be below power dissipation curve. Now for below, infinite portions are there. Okay, out of these infinite portions, which are the suitable portions that we will take? For that one, you have to draw a DC load. What procedure we have to follow is, you have to draw a DC load line. Now if you just refer the equation, the output equation that we have written, so what is that equation? You can apply the KVL again here. VCC is equal to IC RC plus VCE plus, or if you solve for IC, now your equation is a transfer this term, so it's minus 1 by RC plus RE, just you check it, plus VCC by RC plus, right? The previous equation you can place in this form. Now for this bracket I will take RDC, that means equation is plus VCC by RDC. So this RDC is, which is nothing but RC plus RE, is called a DC resistance of the circuit or a DC load of the circuit. Okay. Now as far as that X and Y axis are concerned, if I go for Y axis I am having IC. On X axis I am having VCE, whereas this term is constant. For a given circuit, RC and RE are constant, so I will place it as M. Again, this is another constant, I will place it as C. That means what the equation is that this equation can be placed in the form Y is equal to Mx plus C. That is the equation of stator. And to fix a line, to plot a line, one can fix the points on axis itself. It is the simplest way. A point on y-axis has x coordinate equal to 0. तो यहाँ का x coordinate कौन सा है? VC. Are you getting? So that means if I take this term equal to 0, what is the IC I am getting? That is equal to VCC by RDC. So that is one point. समझेगा? The point on x-axis has y coordinate equal to 0. That means if I make IC equal to 0, the equation I am getting is BCE is equal to VCC. So in that case RDC gets cancelled. So here is another point. That is nothing but. If I join these 2 points, what I am getting is BC. What the slope of that line is there, that is minus 1 by RDC. So that's why it is called as a DC load. So what procedure we have used for plotting this line? Just apply KVL. KVL to the output section and solve the equation for current. You will get that particular line. Now, to how Q point, how to calculate a unique value of the base current. Circuit is with you. You can theoremize it. You can calculate IB using that equation. Already that equation we have derived. So whatever that particular value is there, suppose this is the particular value. Okay? Or if it is the particular value. Particular म्हणजे काय? त्या equation solve करून आलेली value आहे. समजा ही जर value असेल, then intersection of this curve with a DC load line will give you the Q point. लक्षात येत आहे? की समजा ही जर value आली असेल, so this is your Q point. If you have this value of IB, this is your Q point. If you have this value of IB, the Q point will be here. So one more curve. If this is the intersection of get the point. That means your Q point is determined by the user only, a designer only. If you are designing the circuit with different answers, with different base currents, whatever your Q point is there, the Q point portion is different. Will it be okay? As far as that burning of the device is concerned, it's okay. Your transistor will never burn because power dissipation corresponding to each it is much less than PD max because all the values are below PD curve, so there is no problem. But as far as amplification nature is concerned, it is having some problem. if your Q point is near cutoff or if your Q point is near saturation, how will be the output? What is the shape of the output? We check it. Down to me. If Q point is near cutoff, ultimately what you have to do, once you fix the Q point, you have to apply the signal. So suppose the signal I am applying here, like this one. So this is the input signal. See, this point is here. एक tangent काट देंगे. This point is here. लक्षात येते का? Q point काट लिया मैंने यहाँ पे. उसके बाद में next step क्या करना है? I have to apply the signal. And when you apply the signal, the IB increases from this IBQ value. Actually, this IB1 is nothing but IBQ. And ही value तुम्ही काय केलेली आहे? काढलेली आहे under DC condition. But when you apply the input signal here, during positive half cycle, your junction is more forward biased. During negative half cycle, junction is less forward biased. Junction will never be reverse biased. That is the definition of biasing. Biasing stands for providing zero signal collector current in all situations. The biasing चा अर्थच कसा आहे? For any input signal, AC input signal, collector current is flowing. फक्त तो काय होईल एकदा जास्त होईल एकदा कमी होईल. But collector current is there. That is the definition of the biasing itself. So corresponding to this one, if you draw the output, so where is this swing? अरे समजते का सगळ्यांना? Everybody, or with some exceptions, हा swing जो आहे ना, आणि मराठी समजते सगळ्यांना. What I mean? But I will not speak much more in Marathi. Okay. So whatever this swing is there, where is the swing? Whether entire swing is in active, or whether some portion is in cutoff, whether some portion is in saturation, that decides the quality of the output. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? If the swing goes below this one, अगर ऐसा होता है यहाँ पे, this meaning is whatever this portion is there, this portion goes in cutoff. But for this particular case, whatever the entire swing is there, this swing is in active. That's why your output waveform is like this one. No problem. That means even if you have Q point here, even your Q point is near cutoff region, you got this one. You got output like this one. But now, by mistake, if you apply the input signal little bit on a higher side, suppose this signal is say 50 millivolt, and instead of that, if you apply say 100 millivolt signal, तो 100 millivolt signal क्या हो जाएगा? Everybody explain. Now with 100 millivolt signal, this portion corresponding to this portion, variations are available up to this point only. इसके आगे के variation क्या हो रहे हैं? That goes to cutoff. That's why whatever your output is there, that output is like this one. So this is your Q value. So your output is like this. I think now the point is clear. That means whatever output swing is there, if that output swing is in active, then you are getting faithful amplification. But if the swing goes either in cutoff or in saturation, definitely we are getting clipping. I'll give another example. Suppose your Q point initially you are fixed here. यहाँ पे fixed किया. So which one is the VCEQ? Is the Q point there? Where is the VCEQ? Here. So this is your VCEQ. How point? Where is the ICQ? Here. How is the ICQ?